Exodus chapter 23. Thou shalt not raise a false report, put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment, neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. If thou meet thine enemy ox or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again. If thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, and wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. Thou shalt not wrest the judgment of thy poor in his cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise and perverteth the words of the righteous. Also thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger, seeing ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. And 6 years thou shalt sow thy land, and shalt gather in the fruits thereof. But the seventh year thou shalt let it rest and lie still, that the poor of thy people may eat, and what they leave the beasts of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thy vineyard and with thy oliveyard. 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the seventh day thou shalt rest, that thine ox and thine ass may rest, and the son of thy handmaid and the stranger may be refreshed. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee in the time appointed to the month Abib, for in it thou camest out from Egypt. And none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. Three times in the year all thy meals shall appear before the Lord God. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until the morning. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not set a king kid in his mother's milk. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. For mine angel shall go before thee, and bring thee in unto the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works, but thou shalt utterly overflow them, and quite break down their images. And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water. And I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. There shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill. I will send my fear before thee, and will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come. And I will make all thine enemies turn their backs unto thee. And I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivites and Canaanites and the Hittites from the before thee. I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. By little and little I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased and inherit the land. And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. For I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, I will surely be a snare unto thee. And he said unto Moses, Come up unto the Lord, thou and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye far off. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice and said, All the words which the Lord hath said will we do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and builded an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed a peace offering of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people, and they said, All that the Lord hath said will we do, and be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, and said, Behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. Then went up Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were a paved work of a sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hand. Also they saw God, and did eat and drink. And the Lord said unto Moses, Come up to me into the mount, and be there. I will give the tables of stone, and a law and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses rose up on his minister Joshua, and Moses went up into the mount of God, and he said unto the elders, tarry ye here for us until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come unto them. And Moses went up into the mount, and a cloud covered the mount, and the glory of the Lord abode upon Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it 6 days. And the seventh day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the cloud, and the sight of the glory of the Lord was like in devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. And Moses went into the midst of the cloud and get him up into the mount, and Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. Chapter 24 over chapter 25. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring me an offering of every man that giveth it willingly with his heart, ye shall take my offering. And this is the offering which ye shall take of them: gold and silver and brass and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen and goat's hair and ram's skin dyed red and badgers' skins and shittim wood, oil of the light, spices for anointing oil, and for sweet incense, onyx stones and stones to be set in the ephod and in the breastplate. And let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them, according to all that I shew thee, after the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it. And they shall make an ark of shittim wood, 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, within and without shalt thou overlay it, and shall make upon it a crown of gold around about, and thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them in the 4 corners thereof, and 2 rings shall be in the one side of it, and 2 rings in the other side of it. And thou shalt make staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them. And the staves shall be in the rings of the ark, they shall not be taken from it. And thou shalt put into the ark the testimony which I shall give thee. And thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold, 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof. And thou shalt make 2 cherubims of gold of beaten work, shalt thou make them in the 2 ends of the mercy seat, and make one cherub on the one end, and the other cherub on the other end. Even of the mercy seat shall ye make the cherubims on the 2 ends thereof, and the cherubims shall stretch forth their wings on high, covering the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces shall look one to another toward the mercy seat. So shall the faces of the cherubims be. And thou shalt put the mercy seat above upon the ark, and in the ark thou shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee, and there I will meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the 2 cherubims which are upon the ark of the testimony of all things, which I will give thee in commandment unto the children of Israel. Thou shalt also make a table of shittim wood, 2 cubits shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. and thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, and make thereto a crown of gold around about, and thou shalt make unto it a border of an hand breadth round about, and thou shalt make a golden crown to the border thereof round about, and thou shalt make for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings in the 4 corners that are on the 4 feet thereof. Over against the border shall the rings be for places of the staves to be at the table, and thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, that the table may be borne with them. And thou shalt make the dishes thereof, and spoons thereof, and covers thereof, and bowls thereof, to cover withal. Of pure gold shalt thou make them, and thou shalt set upon the table shew bread before me always. And thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold, of pattern work shall the candlestick be made. His shaft and his branches, his bowls, his knobs, and his flowers shall be of the same. And 6 branches shall come out of the sides of it, 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side. 3 bowls made like unto almonds with a knob, and a flower in one branch, and 3 bowls made like almonds in the outer branch with a knob and a flower. So in the 6 branches that come out of the candlestick, and in the candlestick shall be 4 bowls made like unto almonds with their knobs and their flowers, and there shall be a knob under 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches that proceed out of the candlestick. Their knobs and their branches shall be of the same. All it shall be one beaten work of pure gold. And thou shalt make the 7 lamps thereof, and they shall light the lamps thereof, that they may give light over against it. And the tongues thereof and the snuff dishes thereof shall be of pure gold. Of a talent of pure gold shall be make it with all these vessels, and look that thou make them after their pattern which was shewed thee in the mount. Chapter 26. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen, and blue and purple and scarlet, with cherubims of cunning work shalt thou make them. The length of one curtain shall be 8 and 20 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and every one of the curtains shall have one measure. The 5 curtains shall be coupled together one to another, and the other 5 curtains shall be coupled one to another, and thou shalt make loops of blue upon the edge of the one curtain from the selvage in the coupling, and likewise shalt thou make in the uttermost edge of another curtain in the coupling of the second. 50 loops shall thou make in the one curtain, and 50 loops shall thou make in the edge of the curtain that is in the coupling of the second, that the loops may take hold one of another. And thou shalt make 50 tacks of gold, and couple the curtains together with the tacks, and it shall be one tabernacle. And thou shalt make curtains of gold, say to be covering upon the tabernacle. 11 curtains shalt thou make. The length of one curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and the 11 curtains shall be all of measure all of one measure. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and shall double the 6 curtains in the forefront of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make 50 loops on the edge of the one curtain that is outmost in the coupling, and 50 loops in the edge of the curtain which coupleth the second. And thou shalt make 50 tacks of brass, and put the tacks into the loops, and couple the tenth together, that it may be one. And the remnant that remained of the curtains of the tenth, The half curtain that remained shall hang over the backside of the tabernacle, and a cubit on one side, and a cubit on the other side of that which remained in the length of the curtains of tent. It shall hang over the side of the tabernacle on this side and on that side to cover it. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of rams skins dyed red, and a covering above badger skins. And thou shalt make boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood standing up. 10 cubits shall be the length of a board, and a board, and a cubit and a half shall be the breadth of one board. 2 tendons shall there be in one board, setting other one against another. Thus shalt thou make for all the boards of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make the boards for the tabernacle 20 boards on the south side southward. And thou shalt make 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards, 2 sockets and one board for his 2 tendons, and the 2 sockets under another board for his 2 tendons. And for the second side of the tabernacle on the north side there shall be 20 boards, and there 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward thou shalt make 6 boards, and 2 boards shalt thou make for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides, and they shall be coupled together beneath, and they shall be coupled together above the head of it unto one ring. Thus shall it be for them both. They shall be for the 2 corners, and they shall be 8 boards, and their sockets of silver, 16 sockets, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And thou shalt make bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and the 5 bars of the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and the 5 bars of the boards of the side of the tabernacle for the 2 sides westwards, and the middle bar in the midst of the boards shall reach from end to end. And thou shalt overlay the boards with gold, and make the rings of gold for places for the bars. And thou shalt overlay the bars with gold. And thou shalt rear up the tabernacle according to the fashion thereof which was shewed thee in the mount. And thou shalt make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen of cunning work. With cherubim shall it be made, and thou shalt hang it upon 4 pillars of shittim wood overlaid with gold. Their hooks shall be of gold upon the 4 sockets of silver. And thou shalt hang up the veil under the tags, that thou mayest bring in thither within the veil the ark of the testimony. And the veil shall divide unto you between the holy place and the most high. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the most holy place. And thou shalt set the table without the veil, and the candlestick over against the table on the side of the tabernacle toward the south. And thou shalt put the table on the north side. And thou shalt make an hanging for the door of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen wrought with needlework. And thou shalt make for the hanging 5 pillars of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, and their hooks shall be of gold. And thou shalt cast 5 sockets of brass for them. Chapter 27. And thou shalt make an altar of shittim wood, 5 cubits long, and 5 cubits, for the altar shall be 4 square, and the height thereof shall be 3 cubits. And thou shalt make the horns of it upon the 4 corners thereof. His horn shall be of the same, and thou shalt overlay it with brass. And thou shalt make his plants to receive his ashes, and his shovels, and his basins, and his flesh hooks, and his fire pans. All the vessels thereof thou shalt make of brass. And thou shalt make for it a grate of network of brass, and upon the net shalt thou make 4 brazen rings in the 4 corners thereof. And thou shalt put it under the compass of altar beneath, that the net may be even to the midst of the altar. And thou shalt make staves for the altar, staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with brass. And the staves shall be put into the rings, and the staves shall be upon the two sides of the altar, to bear it hollow with boards, which shalt thou make it, and as it was surety in the mount, so shall they make it. And thou shalt make the court of the tabernacle for the south side southward. There shall be hangings for the court of fine twinned linen of 100 cubit long of one side. And the 20 pillars thereof, and their 20 sockets shall be of brass, and hooks of the pillars and their fillets shall be of silver. And likewise for the north side in the length, there shall be hangings of 100 cubits long, and his 20 pillars and their 20 sockets of brass, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. And for the breadth of the court on the west side shall be hanging of 50 cubits, their pillars 10 and their sockets 10. And the breadth of the court on the east side eastward shall be 50 cubits, and the hangings of one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, their pillars 3 and their sockets 3. And on the other side shall be hanging 15 cubits, their pillars 3 and their sockets 3. And for the gate of the court shall be an hanging of 20 cubits of blue and purple and the scarlet and fine twined linen, wrought with needlework. And 3 their pillars shall be 4, and their sockets for all the pillars round about the court shall be filleted with silver. Their hook shall be of silver, and their sockets of brass. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the breadth 50 everywhere, and the height 5 cubits of fine twined linen, and their sockets of brass. All the vessels of the tabernacle in all the service thereof, and all the pins thereof, and all the pins of the court of the shall be of brass. And thou shalt command the children of Israel that they bring thee pure oil, olive beaten for the light, to cause the lamp to burn always in the tabernacle of the congregation without the veil, which is before the testimony. Aaron and his sons shall order it from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a statute forever and with their generations on the behalf of the children of Israel. Chapter 20. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brothers and his sons with him from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, Ithamar, Aaron's sons. And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they may make Aaron's garment to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, and an ephod, and a robe, and a broidered coat, a mitre, and a girdle. And they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And they shall take gold and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen, and they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet and fine twined linen with cunning work. It shall have the two shoulder pieces thereof joined at the two edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together. And the curious girdle of the ephod which is upon it shall be of the same, according to the work thereof, even of gold, of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. And thou shalt take two onyx stones and grave on them the names of the children of Israel, six of their names on one stone, and the other six names of the rest on the other stone, according to their birth, with the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet shalt thou engrave the two stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in ouches of gold, and thou shalt put the two stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for stones of memorial unto children of Israel, and Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his two shoulders for a memorial. And thou shalt make couches of gold, and two chains of pure gold at the ends of brethren work shalt thou make them, and fasten the brethren chains to the ouches, and thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work after the work of the ephod. Thou shalt make it of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shalt thou make it for square. It shall be being double, a span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof, and thou shalt set in it settings of stones, even 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a sardius, and a topaz, and a carbuncle. This shall be the first row, and the second row shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond, and the third row a ligure, and agate, and an amethyst, and the fourth row a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold in their enclosings, and the stone shall be with the names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of a signet, every one with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate chains at the end of uh, brethren work of pure gold, and thou shalt make upon the breastplate two rings of gold, and shall put the two rings on the two ends of the breastplate. And thou shalt put the two then chains of gold in the two rings which are on the ends of the breastplate, and the other two ends of the two brethren chains thou shalt fasten in the two ouches, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. And thou shalt make two rings of gold, and thou shalt put them upon the two ends of the breastplate in the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward. And two other rings of gold thou shalt make, and shalt put them on the two sides of the ephod, underneath toward the forepart thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, about the curious girdle of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate by the rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, that it may be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate may not lose from the ephod. And Aaron shall be at the names of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart, when he goeth in unto the holy place for a memorial before the Lord. Continued, and thou shalt put in the breastplates of judgment, the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart when he goeth in before the Lord. And Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord's continual. And thou shalt make the robe of the ephod all of blue, and there shall be an hole in the top of it, in the midst thereof it shall have a binding of women work round about the whole of it, as it were the whole of an habergeon, that it be not rent. And beneath upon the hem of it thou shalt make pomegranates of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet round about the hem thereof, and hells of gold between them round about a golden bell, and a pomegranate, a golden bell, and a pomegranate upon the hem of the robe round robe round about, and it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goeth in unto the holy place before the Lord, and when the cometh out, that he die not. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold and engrave upon it like the engravings of a signet, holiness to the Lord. And thou shalt put it on a blue lace, and it may be upon the mitre, upon the forefront of the mitre, it shall be, and it shall be open Aaron's forehead. The Aaron may bear the iniquity of the holy things which the children of Israel shall hallow in all their only holy gifts, and it shall be always upon his forehead, and that they may be accepted before the Lord. And thou shalt embroider the cord of fine linen, and thou shalt make the mitre of fine linen, and thou shalt make the girdle of needlework, and for Aaron's son that thou shalt make cords, and thou shalt make of them girdles, and boneless shalt thou make for them for glory and for beauty, and thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother, and his brother, and his son with him, and shall anoint them and consecrate them and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's service. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness from the loins even unto the thighs. They shall reach, and they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons when they come in unto the tabernacle of the congregation, or when they come near the congregation, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place, that they bear not iniquity, and it shall departmentally unto his seed after him. Chapter 29. This is the thing that thou shalt do unto them to hallow them, to minister unto me in the priest's office. Take one young bullock and two rams without blemish, and unleavened bread, and cakes unleavened tempered with oil, and wafers unleavened anointed with oil of the wheaten flour shalt thou make them. And thou shalt put them into stone into one basket, and bring them in the basket with the bullock and the two rams. And Aaron and his son thou shalt bring unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall wash them with water. And thou shalt take the garments and put upon Aaron's the coat and the rod of the ephod, and the ephod and the breastplates, and give him with the curious girdle of the ephod. And thou shalt put the mitre upon his head, and put the holy crown upon the military. Then shalt thou take the anointing oil and pour it upon his head, and anoint him. And thou shalt bring his sons and put coats upon them, and thou shalt gird them with the girdles. Aaron and his sons, and put the bonnets on them, and the priest's office shall be theirs for a perpetual stat, statute. And thou shalt consecrate Aaron and his sons, and thou shalt cause a bullock to be brought before the tabernacle of the congregation, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the bullock, and thou shalt take all the fat that covered the inner parts, and the caul that is above the liver, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar. But the flesh of the bullock and his skin and his dung shall thou burn with free without camp. It is a sin. It is a sin offering. Thou shalt also take Take one ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hearts upon the heads of the అనిపించింది. And thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take the blood and sprinkle it around about upon the altar. And thou shalt cut the ram in pieces, and wash the inner parts of him and his legs, and put them unto his pieces unto his head. And thou shalt burn the whole rams upon the altar. It is a burnt offering unto the Lord. It is a sweet savor and overlaving, sweet savor, and an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the other ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram, and they shall thou kill the ram, and take of his blood, and put it upon the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and upon the tip of the right ear of his sons, and upon the thumb of their right hand, and upon the great toe of their right foot, and sprinkle the blood upon the altar around about, and the around about, and thou shalt take of the blood that is open, that is upon the altar, and of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it upon Aaron, and upon his garments, and open upon his sons, upon the garments of his sons with him, and he shall be hallowed, and his garment his sons, and his sons garments with him. Also thou shalt take of the ram the fat, and the rump, and the fat that covereth the innards, and the caul above the liver, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and the right shoulder, for it is a ram of consecration, the one loaf of bread, and one cake of boiled bread, and one water out of the basket of the unleavened bread, and that is before the Lord. And thou shalt put all in the hands of dragon, and in the hands of his sons, and shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord, and thou shalt receive them of their hands, and burn them upon the altar for a burnt offering, for a sweet Savior before the Lord. It is an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the breast of ram of Aaron's consecration, and wave it for a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be thy part. And thou shalt can sanctify the breast of the wave for offering, and the offering, and the shoulder of the heave offering, which the ram of the consecration, even of that which is for Aaron, and of that which is for his sons, and it shall be Aaron and his sons, but a status, but a statue for every ever from the children of Israel, and for it is an heavy offering, and it shall be an heavy offering from the children of Israel. Uh, of the sacrifice of the peace offerings, even their heavy offering unto the Lord, and the holy garments of Aaron, and shall be done his after him to become a slayer. And the holy garments of Aaron shall be his sons after him to be anointed thereof, and to be consecrated in them, and the son, this is priestly in the stead, shall put them on 7 days when he cometh into the tabernacle of the congregation to minister in the holy place. And thou shalt take the ram of the consecration, and see his fish in the holy place, and Aaron and his sons shall eat the flesh of the, and the holy garments of Aaron shall be his sons after him to be anointed there, and to consecrated in them, and that son that is priest in his stead shall put them on 7 days when he cometh into the tabernacle of the congregation to minister of the to holy minister in the holy place, and thou shalt take the ram of the consecration and see his flesh in the holy place, and Aaron and his son shall eat the flesh of the ram and the bread that he, and thou shalt take the ram of the consecration and see his flesh in the holy space, and Aaron his sons shall bring shall eat the flesh of the ram and the bread that is in the basket, uh, that is in the basket by the door of the tabernacle of the consecration, and they shall eat those things with the Lord. The atonement was made the consecrate and to sanctify them, and a stranger oil shall not eat therefore, because they are holy. And if out of the flesh of the consecrations or of the bread remain unto the morning, then thou shalt burn the remainder with fire. It shall not be eaten, because it is holy. And thus shalt thou do unto Aaron and to his sons according to all things which I have commanded thee. 7 days that shalt thou consecrate them, and thou shalt offer every day a bullock for a sin offering for allotment, and thou shalt made an alternate for it. 37. 7 days thou shalt make an atonement for the altar and sanctify it, and it shall be an altar most holy. Whosoever toucheth the altar shall be holy. And now this is that which thou shalt upon the altar: 2 lambs of the first year, day by day, continually. The one, the one lamb thou shalt offer in the offering, and the other lamb thou shalt offer at even. And with the one lamp yet and the deal of flour mingled with the fourth part of the an hin of beaten oil, and the fourth part of an hin of wine for a drink offering, and the other lamb thou shalt offer at even shalt do thereof according into the meat offering of the morning, and according to the drink offering thereof for a sweet favor, than an offer made by fire unto the Lord, made by fire unto the Lord. This shall be a vacational burnt offering throughout your generations at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, where I will meet you to speak there unto thee, and there meet the I will meet with the children of Israel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by joy, my glory, and I will sanctify tabernacle of the congregation and the altar. I will sanctify also both Aaron and his sons to minister to me in the priesthood, the priest office. And if I will dwell among the children of Israel, and I will be their God. Uh, 46. That they shall know that I am the Lord their God, that brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, and I may dwell among them. I am the Lord. The chapter 30. And thou shalt make an altar to burn incense upon of sittim wood. Shalt thou make it: a cubit shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof. 4 square shall it be, and 2 cubits shall be the height thereof. Thereof the horns thereof shall be of the same. And thou shalt overlay it with the pure gold on top thereof, and the sides thereof around, and the horns thereof, and thou shalt make unto it is a grown of children round Ephesco. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, the top thereof, and the sides thereof, and round about, and the horns thereof, and thou shalt make unto it a crown of gold round about. Unto golden rings shalt thou make to it, under the crown of it by the 2 corners thereof. Upon the 2 sides of it shalt thou make it, and they shall be for pieces for the staves to bear it withal. And thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put it before veil that is by the ark of the testimony before the mercy seat that is over the testimony where I will meet with thee. And Aaron shall burn thereon sweet incense every morning when he lighted the lamp, he shall burn incense upon it. And when Aaron lightened the lamps at evening, he shall burn incense upon it, a perpetual incense before the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall offer no strange incense there on nor burnt sacrifice or meat offering, neither shall ye pour drink of offering thereon. The Aaron shall make an atonement upon the horns of it once in a year with the blood of the sin offering of atonements once in the year shall we make atonement upon it thoroughly out your generation. It is most holy unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, when thou takest the sum of the children of Israel after their number, then shall they give every man's a ransom for his soul unto the Lord, when thou numberest them, and that there no plague among them. When thou when thou numberest them, this day shall give every one that passed among them that are numbered shall a shekel. After the shekel of the sanctuary, shekel is 20 kerah, and half shekel shall be the offering of the Lord. Every one that passeth among them that are numbered from the 20 years old and above shall give an officer offering unto the Lord. The rich shall not give more, and the poor shall not give less than the half of the shekel. And uh, when they give an offering unto the Lord to make an international, every one that passeth among them that are numbered from 20 years old and above shall give an offering unto the Lord. The rich shall not give more, and the poor shall not give less than half a shekel when they give an offering unto the Lord to make an atonement for yourself. And thou shalt take the atonement money of the children of Israel, and shalt appoint it for the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and it may be a memorial unto the children of Israel before the Lord to make an atonement for your souls. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Thou shalt also make a laver of brass, and his foot also of brass to wash withal, and thou shalt put it between the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar, and thou shalt put water therein for Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and their feet therein when they go into the tabernacles of the congregation. They shall wash with water, that they die not, or when they come near to the altar to minister to burnt offering made by a fire unto the Lord. So they shall wash their hands and their feet, and they did not die, and it shall be a statute forever to them, even to him, to his seed throughout their. Moreover, the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take thou also unto three principal spices of pure myrrh 500 shekels, and of sweet cinnamon, sweet cinnamon of so much every 250 shekels, and of sweet calamus 250 shekels, and of Israel take thou also unto three principal spices of pure myrrh 500 shekels, and of sweet cinnamon also much even 250 shekels, and of sweet calamus 250 shekels, and of cassia 500 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, and of oil olive in, and thou shalt make it an oil of holy ointment, an ointment compound after the art of the apto carry. It shall be an holy anointing oil, and thou shalt consist the tabernacle of the congregation therewith, and ark of the testimony, and the table, and all his vessels, and the candlestick and his vessels, and the altar of incense, and the altar of burnt offering, with all his vessels, but the and the laver and his foot, and thou shalt sanctify them, that they may be most holy. Whatsoever toucheth them shall be holy, and thou shalt against water against Aaron and his sons, and consecrate them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, This shall be an holy anointing oil unto me throughout your generation. Upon men's flesh shall it not be poured, neither shall ye make an other like it after the composition of it. It is holy, and it shall be holy unto you. Whosoever compound my like it, whosoever putteth any of it upon a stranger shall even be cut off from people. And the people said, and the people said, Master Matalato, and people said, Whosoever compound any like it, whosoever putteth any of it upon stranger shall even be cut off from his people. And the Lord said unto Moses, Take unto thee sweet spices, extracted and on onyx and galbanum, these sweet spices with a pure frankincense of each shall be there be a lightweight, and thou shalt make it a perfume and confection after the art of the apothecary, tempered together purely whole. And thou shalt beat some of it very small, and put of it before the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation, where I will meet up with thee. It shall be unto you most holy. And as for the perfume which thou shalt make, ye shall not make to yourself according to the composition. Therefore it shall be unto thee holy for the Lord. Thee holy for the Lord. Whosoever shall make like unto that is melteroto shall even be a cut off his face, cut off from his people.